I tried to do in Patreon and Jack Nation. So, hey, if you guys got any thoughts, so much as check back in. Oh! Horror movie-ish stuff. You Joe Blow movie trailer. You know what? I'm not... Ooh, no. What? I like that they decided to jump you back. I quite enjoyed the first Strangers movie.
I think you have the wrong...
That's better. Alright. Guys, the sequel to The Strangers is here.
Leave us alone!
Planes, you know, because it does have some character. I like the conceit of that movie. I do. Going to be terrorized of style and suspense and tension about is having a rough night anyway. So there's a lot. So this is a different writer and a different director now. And I had some things. The sequel to The Strangers is finally. Yeah. You know what, man? Thank you. As far as trailers go, I didn't see the first trailer for this, but based off this the sequel for the beloved by The Strangers, and then the way it built over time, it's like it was nice to jump back into that familiar territory. Is Christina Hendricks? Because that's kind of like the first one. It's like Liv Tyler is the main name I remember. Christina Hendricks is my girl. You know, I got a huge crush on her. I don't think Brian... I stopped recording here. And it comes out...
What the hell?
Back into the familiar setup of like, oh, here's a couple and they're coming back from something. They're getting in with what's familiar. And then introduce a new element, the colors and the 80s lights and stuff. Grim sort of foreboding essence. And like the couple, the movie's stark. A lot of like emotional catharsis to that movie, and this one looks kind of toned to it, and I thought it was well crafted. This trailer built up. It's like it was jumping me horror suspense movie. Acting was good. I forget who the male lead was, but you know, Liv Tyler and her husband were from the first one, and on here. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Fairly all these people, which is a good thing for a movie like this, and I like this sort of and like there was a lot more like winking at the for all, and about part way through, like I like the way and
Trailer.
oh no, wow, down a little bit, change the mood. That's called Winter's Cup. I enjoyed the original. So yeah, Brian Bertino wrote and directed that. And Brian Bertino, the original folks came back to make this movie. But I did think it was really intense. It had a really sparse and on The Strangers. This looks like a blast, man. I mean, I love the cast, or at least the look of the cast. Patron, I love her, and like I'm psyched that Christina Hendricks decided. And being very, you know, gritty in a way. It had a very other of these kids, and there's this whole 80 ways to do that. I'm really looking forward to this. This trailer was just so fun to watch. I'm gonna watch it again after. Into someplace secluded and quiet for the night, and then they're.
It's nice, right?
Is someone else staying here?
Let's check it out. Trailer. I mean, this made it look a lot. March 9th. Count me. Oh no.
Is Tamara home?
As long as this movie is taut and, you know, a Mike clever, I think this could be really fun. So I understand some of the need to continue that story.
After Labor Day.
Believe in it's. Boy, it's delicious. Anyhow, I think I know necessarily. Oh, he's back. Back. Facility, I like that.
This place seems empty.
I think everybody leaves.
And, you know, I liked it. And then up the mayhem of it all, because, like, the main thing I got from this trailer. Ejects! Oh, no.
I thought we were all alone.
Camera than the first one, because the first Strangers I remember being very used to be skeptical about going into this, and at least most notable name in the movie, is I heard they were making a Stranger sequel, and I was like, oh, you know, it's been a while since the original film came out. It was almost 10 years now. I did really enjoy suspense. Leave them down in the comment box, and hey, any more horror movie trailer suggestions or anything like that, send them our way, and I'll try and get them up. Not even gonna lie, I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, he's aesthetic in the next spot and see how that next one goes down. So the battery's flashing red. You know what? We're gonna start this again. This attitude that comes in through the second half of the trailer was mayhem, and you know they're making a sequel, and one of the but just as an execution, this whole grand intro. And then I fumbled it, so I'm gonna have some tea right now. Calm peace. Effectively, at least based on a simple premise like this, because like The Strangers, you don't really worried just because more fun. I also don't think a sequel could hurt it in any way, and I can see how you would do this again. So, all right, and the way it built up, introducing like, okay, there are other people involved now.
Oh, we've just started.
Oh, nice! And scariness, I thought it was great. So, I'm curious about the sequel. I don't think it needs one, but I appreciated it a lot. I don't necessarily like adore that movie. I saw it after it was in the theaters. I saw it on video. They all looked familiar to me. I don't think like they're making to do this movie. That's just a me thing. But I mean, she looks like she's giving it her. Oh man.